Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. Today's video is going to be a big Bath & Body Works empties video. These are all of the products that I used up in the month of December, and I actually didn't use quite as many as I thought I would, but I still have quite a bit to share with y'all. Got 9 candles, a few soaps, and body care items as well, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first candle that I burned through in the month of December is Peppermint Hot Chocolate. This was actually from last year, but I had a leftover, so I wanted to get through it. The notes are cool peppermint, silky milk chocolate, and sweet cream. This one smells so good. You definitely get a lot of that powdery hot chocolate, the same note that is in their hot cocoa and cream scent. And then you get that mintiness as well. That's definitely very cooling and refreshing. This one to me is perfect in the month of December. It smells like sweets at Christmas time, and they did a really good job of combining those two scents together. Okay, speaking of hot cocoa and cream, I did burn through my hot cocoa and cream. Y'all, this year's packaging was top notch. I loved this collection. Wasn't this so cute? The notes on here are decadent milk chocolate, fresh steamed milk, and mini marshmallows. This one, the scent is almost completely burned out because I went all the way to the bottom, but I kind of fell in love with hot cocoa and cream this year. It's one of those scents that comes out year after year. Everybody knows what it smells like. It smells like powdery hot chocolate mix, like right out of the little packet. You've just opened it up. It smells really authentic, really good, really delicious. But for some reason, I forgot how much I like it. And then when I lit this up, especially in our bedroom, it smelled so good and just decadent and chocolatey. I could even see this being interpreted like a chocolate bar as well. It's a really good chocolate scent, and I really enjoyed that one this year. I burn a lot of sweets themed candles throughout December. I love all of those cozy gourmands. And I also burned through peppermint sugar cookie. Again, super, super cute. Loved this entire line. The notes on here are crushed peppermint, vanilla extract, creamy butter, and soft sugar cookies. This is one of my favorite Christmas candles. And again, they're harder to smell after you've burned all the way through them, but this has the perfect amount of that buttery, delicious, gooey sugar cookie base, and then like crushed peppermint on top. Not too minty, still enough gourmand that if you are a gourmand lover like me that's not huge on peppermint, it's not gonna throw you off. It's not too minty or too cooling. You definitely still get a nice amount of gourmand, and to me, this is one of their coziest, most delicious Christmas scents, so definitely got through that this past month. And then Merry Cookie as well. I really enjoyed Merry Cookie this year. The notes are fresh baked cookies, sparkling sugar crystals, and rich vanilla. And there is something just so warm and vanillic about this to me, more so than it is a bready kind of a note, not like a cakey, baked sort of scent, although it definitely is very gourmand. To me, it smells more along the lines of something like vanilla pumpkin marshmallow or vanilla bean marshmallow. You get these really delicious, rich vanilla sort of notes in there with just a little bit of a bakery note as well. But if you're looking for something that is super, super bakery cookie, true gourmand scented, Sugared Snickerdoodle is probably the one you'll want. I didn't burn that one in December this year because I'm currently burning it in the month of January. I love that. It's one of my favorite of their scents that they've ever put out. But I did burn through Under the Christmas Tree in December. I loved this and it performed really well. So I've had this in the past, and I always kind of ask myself, what is my favorite of all of their Christmas tree scents? Because they have fresh balsam and then a ton of different variations on the balsam note. There's like mahogany balsam, vanilla balsam, all of those other ones. And the only one that I really get from the whole balsam line is fresh balsam itself. But then there's also Under the Christmas Tree and Tree Farm, and they all smell really good. But this one was my favorite of all 3 of them this year just because of the performance. It actually filled up a big open space. It actually performed well all the way down to the bottom. It didn't get weird and gunky. The notes on this are fir balsam, juniper berries, vanilla eggnog, and sage leaves. And it still smells so good, even with just that tiny bit of wax at the bottom. This has a hint of a cologne type feel to it. It smells predominantly like a pine, fresh Christmas tree, very cooling, very, very cozy, but you do get that little bit of an eggnog note and a little bit of something almost men's cologne-y, perfumey. But it is just beautiful, and it had a huge throw this year, so I was really happy with it. Now, I did like Tree Farm as well. Here's Tree Farm. I thought it was I liked the simple White Barn packaging. It's still pretty. The notes are crisp pine needles, warm cedar, and spiced apple. And y'all, this really does smell so good. That apple note gives it this crisp sort of juiciness, and there is a cold air sort of quality to this as well. And while it smells amazing, this one just doesn't perform as well as Under the Christmas Tree. And the same thing happened last year, where this and Fresh Balsam didn't quite have the same throw as Under the Christmas Tree, and I don't know why that is. I feel like Fresh Balsam used to have a huge performance, but it's going less and less each year, or at least that's been my experience. Fresh Balsam will be in my January empties because I didn't quite get through in December. I still have a tiny bit left in the bottom. But yes, Tree Farm is a really nice candle, and I liked burning it in smaller spaces, but this year's performance wasn't as good as it's been in the past. Okay, now this is a really old one from a couple years back. This is Christmas Cider. A lot of people love this scent. The notes are mulled cinnamon, crushed clove, creamy nutmeg, and simmering cider, and it sounds like something that I would love. There's a lot of spices in it, and it does smell good on cold. It smells a lot like leaves or Harvest Gathering, that type of scent, just very, very spicy and appley. But this one, to me, especially by this year, I don't know how many years I've had this. I think this is my 3rd year. Absolutely no projection at all. I cannot smell the candle. Also, it tunneled horribly, and then it just got weird. And I have too many candles, and I don't have the patience for one that I can't even smell, and it's really hard to get it to pull out. So I think this candle is done. Even though it does smell really nice, I would consider purchasing the same scent again, just to see if I can get a better performance and throw, because this one is old, and I don't know if I just got a dud to begin with. It smells nice, but also to me, this smells, in my opinion, more like a fall candle than a Christmas candle, because I associate those spicy appley sort of scents with the fall time. So if that's not you, it might smell like Christmas to you, but to me, this smells more like a fall scent. Another old one that I just finished off the best I could. This was so stinking cute. This was Elf Village. This was crushed candy cane and the Elf Village packaging. This is when they did the whole Land of Sweets. And this packaging line was to die for. I loved the lids on here. The notes are crunchy peppermint, white sugar crystals, and frosted mint leaf. It smells so good. If you like a peppermint scent, crushed candy cane is a really good sweet vanilla peppermint, and it does have this sort of crystallized, really crunchy sort of feeling to it. But this one also had a very, very, very light throw, and just, I could not get the thing to pull out. Like, I mean, I did, but I would have to burn it for hours and hours and hours to get it to pull out, and I just couldn't smell it. And I was just like, okay, this candle's like 4 or 5 years old. It's done. It is as cute as it can possibly be, but it has no performance anymore. And I don't know, maybe it was the red wax, because sometimes the colored waxes don't perform as well for me as the white ones. So maybe that's what it was, but I wanted to get as much out of it as I could this December and then go ahead and be done with it, because it is taking up space in my collection and I don't burn it for those reasons. So I finished off that one, and then I also finished the Perfect Christmas. This was from this year. This is one of my favorite Christmas scents ever. It smells so good. The notes are fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, and toasted marshmallow. And this is a very beautiful, nostalgic, perfect Christmas scent. You've got this really good blend of those pine Christmas tree notes and then the cinnamon sugar notes and a little bit of marshmallow in there. It just smells so cozy, and it really does smell like Christmas. I can't explain it any other way. It's such a nice scent. I do wish it did have a stronger performance. It's mid-range for me. It's not like the last two I talked about that I couldn't smell it at all, and it's even a little better than Tree Farm, I would say, but it is nowhere near on the level of like Under the Christmas Tree, or the candle that's been performing the best for me that's just come out is Pistachio, and I can never remember the actual name of this candle. Toasted Pistachio and Creamy Vanilla? Vanilla Cream Puff? Vanilla? You guys know the one I'm talking about. It's burning right now out in there, and it smells so good. I have a million of them. It's my favorite candle ever. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it. Toasted Pistachio and Toasted Vanilla. You guys know what I'm talking about. It has a huge throw. I wish this candle had a little bit of a bigger throw, but it smells so good, and the throw is decent. So I still love this candle. So finished off that one. And that is all the candles I got through in the month of December. And then just real quick, I will talk about soaps and body care. So I did get through 3 hand soaps. We used up Marshmallow Fireside. Thought the packaging was really cute on this one. Toasted Marshmallow, Smoldering Woods, and Fire Roasted Vanilla. And if y'all know what the Marshmallow Fireside candle smells like, you know what this smells like. It smells exactly how you would expect. That gooey, delicious marshmallow with the perfect amount of a fiery woodsy note. So good, so creamy, so buttery and delicious. If you don't like a woodsy note, I guess you might not like it, but other than that, I feel like everyone knows what Marshmallow Fireside smells like, and the hand soap smells exactly like the candle. All right, now, Gingerbread Bakery. This is one that I did not like as much as I thought I would, even when I first smelled it and hauled it for you guys. The notes are gingerbread cookies, brown sugar icing, and cinnamon spice. And I remember I talked about how this wasn't too sweet, but then when I started using it, it was a little bit sickly for me. I had this one in my kitchen. Yeah, it's just, it does have this almost sickly sweet brown sugar sort of note in there. I do like that little bit of cinnamon spice, but yeah, it's the brown sugar icing note. It's too much for me. So I probably won't be rebuying this, but we did go ahead and use it up. And then I got through a Twisted Peppermint. This is so cute, by the way. Pink packaging just gets me. Twisted Peppermint's a classic. It smells good. I love to have it in hand soap because it's just very clean and refreshing scent, so it feels nice to wash your hands and have that clean scent too. The notes are cool peppermint, sugared snow, and fresh balsam. It smells like peppermint, but that little bit of a balsam note in there also makes it extra cooling and refreshing. And it's really nice in hand soap. So used up all 3 of those. And then I might have had a couple more body care products that I put in my January empties because I don't remember if I used them up in December or if I just finished them off. So I just have these 2 to talk about right now. So Snowflakes and Cashmere. I got through an older one of these. I need to really up my Snowflakes and Cashmere usage because I have a bunch of them and they're gonna go bad if I don't use them up. But I did get through this one. The notes are cashmere cream, shimmering vanilla, frosted clementine, amber, and caramel woods. So lots of notes listed. It's pretty complex. But this is a very smooth, creamy cashmere scent. A little bit of caramel, a little bit of woodsiness. I almost wish there was more caramel in this, but I also understand that for people who don't want something overly sweet, for people who want something that is a warm, cozy scent but doesn't smell gourmand and doesn't smell sweet and foodie, this is perfect for somebody who's looking for that. So they really nailed it on that aspect. But yeah, the cashmere is the standout note, and then probably the next highest note I would say is that woodsiness, and then you get a little bit of caramel and vanilla in there too. And then one of my favorite of all time scents, I got through a Bonfire Bash, and the fragrance mist. Bonfire Bash is just one of my favorite scents ever. I don't think this has the notes listed on it, but I'm pretty sure Bonfire Bash has notes of, it's like vanilla bourbon. Okay, why am I trying to do this? I know there's like cashmere woods, vanilla bourbon, and something else in Bonfire Bash. I am so sorry for not having the notes for you guys, but Bonfire Bash doesn't exactly smell like the notes anyway. It smells like a sweet, almost toasty marshmallow vanilla kind of note, and then a lot of smokiness, but to me, it's just enough of both. I don't get like that sort of sick feeling from the smokiness. I know that some people do. I know that in replicas by the fireplace, that to me, sometimes that smoky woodsy note is too much. It makes me feel sick, whereas this doesn't. This has enough of this warm gourmand element to it that I really like it. But I've always loved Bonfire Bash. Finished up one of those in December. And that is all of the products that I have from this past month. I will do one of these for each month of 2023, so look out for a January one coming soon. I'm also going to start doing some project pans, just more fragrance mist collection videos and things like that. But let me know if there's anything you would like to see. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.